Hey gang, with the cruising Millers. Back from paradise.
Yeah, back from paradise.
Boo. But anyway.
Yeah, we wanted to do a review of Allure of the Seas. We're going to cover the food, the entertainment, the service, just give an overall recap of our time, and hopefully help you guys if you're planning on going on the Allure, kind of know what to expect. So I do have a little list on my phone here of subjects that we want to cover, and the first thing we're going to talk about is our travel day. So we did go in a day early, and this is a huge thing that I recommend to anybody, is go into your cruise port the day before, not the day of. Especially for flying, but even if you're driving, who knows what can happen, and the ship's not going to wait for you.
Unless you live close by, which most people don't.
But go in a day early. So we went to Miami a day early, and it was crazy. The traffic was crazy. We got into some super heavy rain, so we didn't have the best travel day experience. And then we had some issues with our hotel. We were at the 𝐵𝐾 airport. I can't remember if it was north or south.
I don't know. South or something. Anyway.
I don't know, but anyway, we had issues with our air conditioning leaking, and just some things in the bathroom kind of falling apart. So that
4 stories and 1 elevator broke, and the place was packed.
Yeah, it was packed, I guess, because of the cruise is going out the next day, and 1 elevator working. So our travel day just wasn't very good. Anyway, the next day was embarkation day, so we'll move on to embarkation. Once we got to the port, that was insane, and we finally got parked. Once we were parked in the garage, from then on, embarkation day was amazing. Getting to the port was crazy. And I will say a little tip about this is the parking. We parked in the garage at the port, and it was $35 a night. I believe that the price is $25 a night if you prepay. I did not know that you could prepay and pre-book that parking, so I highly recommend parking there. Especially, we'll talk more about that when we talk about debarkation. But
we're glad we did.
Yeah, we're very glad we did.
Even though we paid more.
We'll
know better next time. We're definitely glad we parked at the port.
Yeah, it was worth it.
Because we came out of there off the ship, not jumping ahead, but it was 500 people waiting for Ubers, trying to get a ride back to wherever they, stayed or whatever. But we're glad we did what we did.
Yeah. So then, continuing on with embarkation, once we got into the terminal, it was super smooth sailing. Randy's has sailed with Royal several times, so he was already gold status, which got us express boarding. So that was seamless and fast as could be. There was a little bit of delay getting on the ship, but that was for everybody. And they have to wait till the ship is cleared by customs and all of that before they can let people get on. So I guess we got on about, our time was 10:30. What time do you think we got on?
It was
11.
Yeah, 10 minutes, 11, something like that. Yeah, so it wasn't that bad, but
not too bad.
Yeah. So.
And then
nice terminal, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, it's very nice. Yeah. And then we immediately went and did our muster drill. That's another thing that's super easy now. They send you your videos to watch that morning. We watched them at the hotel before we ever left. And then you just watch your videos. You go to your station. They scan your app on your phone, because at this point you don't have your SeaPass card yet. And then you're done with muster drill. So then we went and got lunch at the Solarium Bistro. That's another tip we have. A way to avoid Windjammer Buffet, because that's where everybody goes. Solarium Bistro is a little hidden gem.
We mentioned it in the video. The embarkation day is a mess. Everybody toting their carry-ons around. They can't get you to room. They want something to eat or whatever. So you can't hardly get in Windjammer. So
Yeah, so
We actually learned that watching the video.
Yeah.
Went to Solarium Bistro, and you see in the video, we watched it. There was like 2 other people there. I think it was it.
Yeah, by the time we left, it did start getting more crowded. But when we were there, we had the place to ourselves.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. And the food was really good.
Yep.
So then, after that, we went, where did we go?
Went to the room after that, I think.
Yeah, so your rooms are typically ready.
Well, we walked through the promenade, got your cup.
Oh yeah, I picked up my
and
cup
then looked
for
around
my
a
soda
little bit, and went right
package.
to the room. So,
Yeah, so rooms are typically ready at 1. Now, they do block the hallways off, so you can't even go down the hallway and put your luggage in front of your door. You have to wait till they open that hallway. And it was right at 1, and you go, and your CPAS cards are waiting there for you by your door. You just take them out of the envelope, and you're into your room. So that was great. That was right at 1. We dropped off our carry-ons that we had brought, and here's another tip. I'll let Randy go into that. Bring your carry-on.
For what? No, they said they bring the luggage by 3. That's not a guarantee. In our case, we had the first one 1:30, but then it was like 3:30 before we got the second one. So, but yeah, bring whatever you need for the first night with your carry-on stuff, just in case. I mean, like we had Solarium, Samba the first night, which was a paid
Specialty dining,
whatever you call it. So, and I told Honeybun here, I said, let's bring whatever we want to wear that night, just in case. Which it worked out. We really didn't need to, but you never know.
Because I have heard people before say they didn't get their luggage till like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So bring you a carry-on, bring your medication, a swimsuit if you want to go ahead and hit the pools, your clothes for dinner that night, and just bring all that on with you. You can also bring your 12 packs of sodas if you bring that. There's also, you can bring in a bottle of wine or champagne each. If you do want to bring that, you have to carry that on with you as well. You cannot put that in your checked luggage. So then we went up and watched a little bit of the sail away and all that. And then we had an early dinner at Samba. It was like at 5:45. So we did that, and we'll get to that when we review the food, but we did that, and then we did some shopping, and then we went to Blades, the ice skating show that night. We'll talk about that in the entertainment. And that was the end of day 1. But once we were parked, the rest of the day was smooth sailing and super duper easy. So they've got that down pat. I actually love how they do the muster drill. That's so simple and easy, and everybody, other cruise lines, they need to streamline theirs and do it like Royal, because it's awesome. But anyway, we wanted to talk about embarkation. Now we'll talk about debarkation, I guess, since, whatever. That was great too. You have to have, you can carry off your luggage with you if you want, but ours was heavy. We didn't want to carry it. So that day they bring you luggage tags.
Plus all the souvenirs somebody bought.
But anyway, they bring you luggage tags with a number on it. You need to remember your number. That's your group number of where to go to meet, and that's also your number of where your luggage will be waiting for you. So ours was number 30. So you have to have your bags put outside before 10 p.m. and they take them for you and get them off for you if you don't want to carry it all off yourself. So we did that. Here's another thing. Take you a bag and keep your medications, your toiletries, whatever clothes you're wearing off the ship. Keep you a little bag and keep all that stuff with you, because once they take your suitcases away, you're not going to see them again. So anything you might need that next morning, keep it with you. But then getting off the ship, They tell you, according to your luggage tag number, where to meet. And ours was group number 30. We were supposed to meet in the Amber Theater between 8 and 8:15 and then be able to disembark at 8:30. We were there at 8 o'clock, ready to go. They announced over the loudspeaker that key holders and anybody with tags 1 through 7, they could go ahead and disembark. And then we never hear anything else. No other announcements over the loudspeaker. And I think we sat there probably 45 minutes just sitting, waiting to hear more numbers called, and they never did. And then some girl just came over and just said, "Hey, is y'all's luggage ready?" And we're like, "Yeah." She's like, "Okay, go ahead and go." So we sat there all the time for nothing. But once, and we got in line, and the line looked atrocious. I mean, the line looked so long, but it moved like that. And it was so fast, and we got off the ship very fast. We both have passports. There are separate lines for people with passports or people with birth certificates, and the birth certificate line was super long, and from everything I heard, takes way longer than people with passports. Sorry, Brownie's bumping the tripod. But
backing up one second, getting on and off the ship in the ports or debarkation, whatever, they do facial recognition. You scan your C-Pass card and you just look into the camera and bing, you're gone. That's it, you know.
Yep.
A whole lot faster than it used to be.
Yeah. So when you're doing your debarkation, you don't even have to get your passport out. You scan that C-Pass card, it scans your face, and you're off. And then we got out, our luggage was right there, clearly marked number 30, the little spot where to pick it up. It was right there. We got it. Got out, smooth sailing. Here again, I'm gonna say that we loved parking in the parking garage because it was scarier than a haunted house at Universal's HHN, Halloween Horror Nights. The lines, so scary, waiting to get like Ubers or Lyfts or taxis or whatever to get to either the airport,
shuttles
or whatever.
Yeah.
It was insane. We were right there where the garage was. All we had to do was get in the elevator, go up, and there was our car, and take off. So we were so thankful. The one thing that we did have to do is I did have a confiscated item, and I'm going to show it to you. And
Contraband.
Contraband. I had shown this in my haul and said I wasn't sure if it would get confiscated or not. Well, it did. So they leave a ticket in your luggage, like a receipt, and it tells you to pick it up once you disembark. And they have a spot for all the contraband, confiscated items, and you take your receipt and sign for it, and they give it to you. The table where you had to go to pick this up was really far away from the elevator, and we were weaving and dodging our way through with the luggage. So I just told Randy, stay here by the elevator, keep the luggage, and then I'm gonna weave my way through, get this.
The problem is right here.
It's a cord.
You can't have corded items other than what, hair straighteners, or
you can have a hair straightener or curling iron or something like that.
Something like that. But you can have, I guess you call it extensions or adapters or whatever you call it, but they got to plug directly into the receptacle. You can't have cords.
Yeah, you can't.
That's why they complicate.
Like this. But I ordered this off Amazon, and it said on there, cruise safe for a cruise or whatever. But when I finally made it my way to the table, there were probably 20 of these things sitting there, and I'm talking about this identical brand, same exact thing. So everybody thought they could bring it. I saw irons, I saw steamers. No irons, no steamers, nothing with a cord, except if it's something you can fix your hair with. But anyway, once I got that, and we got in the elevator and got our car, and smooth sailing. So debarkation was good. I don't know what the hiccup was with why we sat there and no groups got called for so long. I don't know, but anyway, that was that.
All right, what's next?
Okay, I gotta get my list.
We gotta move on. We already
Okay, we're gonna
20 minutes into it already.
Okay, we're gonna speed this up. The next thing is food. This was our opinion on the food. We'll just kind of go quickly through this. Samba, not worth $94. Wouldn't do that again. No. Windjammer, first night was not very good. Second night was a lot better. Main dining room was fabulous. We regret that we didn't go there more. It was wonderful. Sorrento's was amazing and a lifesaver. The little cafe promenade was great for little sandwiches and desserts. Park Cafe was good for my sandwich. Randy didn't really care for his. Of course, the soft serve ice cream is great. The room service breakfast was phenomenal. That was wonderful. Both times we ate in the Solarium Bistro was really good. We did the lunch the first day, and then we did a breakfast one day. So, food, some of it was good.
The Windjammer has always been one of my favorites because always had a ton of choices, and it seemed like it was always good. This trip, very limited choices to me, nowhere near what it used to be. And what they had was just regular stuff. I mean, it wasn't nothing great. I mean, burgers and dogs were the best thing I had there, really. I mean, that's a shame, but being honest. I love Asian stuff, and they had some stuff on there I wouldn't eat, I'll tell you that. I don't even know what it was. They used to have like beef and broccoli and chicken chow mein and sweet and sour pork and all kind of the normal Chinese food. None of that stuff. Stuff I never heard of, didn't recognize, nothing. So, I don't know. So, that was a little disappointing to me.
So, yeah, we were disappointed in the food, except for the main dining room and Sorrento's and room service and Solarium Bistro. So, anyway.
But basically, Windjammer wasn't that good. So.
Yeah, basically. And Samba wasn't that good.
Yeah, and this paid Samba wasn't,
Yeah, for that money. But then we'll move on next. Our category is service. The service was great. Everything I expected. We had one teeny tiny hiccup with service, and that was the first night we put out our room service breakfast order, and we hung it on the door, and it said to have it out by 3 a.m. Well, we had it out like at 6 p.m. the night before, and the next morning we noticed that they never picked it up off the door. So I just called room service, and they were very apologetic and said, "Can I take your order now?" And they took it, and within about 20 minutes we had our food. So it was wonderful. That was the only tiny hiccup we had with service. Everything else was great. Yeah. So your usual wonderful service that you would expect.
All right, what's next?
Next up is entertainment.
Oh, bedtime.
Entertainment. Now, Royal has got
Sucks.
Royal has got it going on with the entertainment.
No, I knew. I was trying to tell Honey Bun. She didn't believe me until she actually saw it. Every time I've been on Royal Caribbean, it's been amazing.
Yeah, it was. It blew me away. We went to the 3 shows. Blades, which was the ice skating show, was very good. And then Oceanaria, the tumbling, acrobatics, and diving.
My favorite.
And that's Randy's favorite. I went to Mamma Mia. Randy did not go. He wasn't feeling well. But it blew me away. It was Broadway caliber. I said it in the video. I would have paid money on Broadway to see that. That's how good it was. So Royal has the entertainment going on. They also did a parade one day in the promenade that was really cute. And it is all the people from all the different shows. So everybody in that parade, they were your ice skaters. They were your acrobats and your divers and your singers from Mamma Mia. Like, everybody in that parade is the entertainment. So that was really cool. They have live musicians everywhere. So that was really good. Some really good singers. So the entertainment on Royal is 10 out of 10. Next, I'm going to save the worst for last. Next, we'll do our room, which we had a balcony cabin, and it was wonderful. The only small issue was that the little refrigerator doesn't really keep your drinks. It keeps them cool but not cold, and
I didn't do that.
you have to. We just had our room steward bring us ice a lot, and would put ice in and pour the drinks because it didn't cool our Diet Cokes and stuff. So, but other than that, the room was great. There's plenty of storage, drawers and shelves, plenty of closet space. I had plenty of space in the bathroom. The pillows were comfortable. The bed was comfortable. We loved the balcony. So the balcony cabin, we loved it. We had an ocean view balcony, not an interior balcony. All right, so then the last thing we're going to talk about is the ports. And I guess we'll save the worst for last, like I said. So we went to 2 ports. One of them, I'm getting out of order here, but we went to Nassau, and we had a great day in Nassau. And I wasn't even really that excited about it or looking, that forward to that. But we got off the ship. It was super easy getting off. No issues, really quick. We went shopping. The port, we haven't been there since it's been renovated. And they did like
They put a ton of money in it.
multi-million-dollar renovation here in the port.
Come on, get up here.
And there's tons of
Tourism
shops.
tonight.
Brownie's wanting to be in the
Show everybody how bad you're being.
he's wanting to be in the video. But they've got all the shops and restaurants, and it's really nice, really clean. You don't have to leave that area if you don't want. It's all fenced in, and you don't have to go out of that if you don't want to. But we did. We went outside and went to the straw market, did some shopping there, shopped in some local shops right there, which, just a pro tip, the little local shops around the straw market that aren't in the straw market, they're air conditioned, they're cheaper. I preferred them over the straw market.
Less crowded.
Yeah, less crowded, just better. And then we stopped at this little place called Sharky's and got some drinks and some nachos. They were really good.
But the straw market is a gotta see it type thing.
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's unlike most things anybody's ever seen, unless you've been there before, because
yeah,
they're just packed. And you see it in the video. I mean, it's I bet 100 rows, just like we saw in the video.
yeah, and
It's a mess,
just,
but
yeah.
it was a lot more, more comfortable and less crowded and cheaper actually in the local shops.
Yeah, it's very hot in the straw market, and they're very pushy.
Yeah,
Very,
they're salespeople,
very
no doubt.
pushy. But in the other stores, they weren't so much. I mean, it was air conditioned. They would ask if you needed help, but they weren't pushy about anything.
Yep.
So I prefer that. But so we just did that, and then we got back on the ship. So that was a great experience there. Had a lot of fun. Now, day before that was what I was most excited about on this whole cruise, and that was Perfect Day at 𝐶𝐿.
All right, get out.
That was what I was really looking forward to the most. Randy had been to it before, but back in the beginning, before they added in the water park and all the updates and all that, so he hadn't been to the newly renovated island. So the first hiccup was they told us to go up to deck 15 to the pool deck and get towels to carry off with us. So we go up to get towels, and they tell us that, oh, we're out of towels, go down to deck 3 and get them on your way out. So we go down, and the line for towels is so long because you have to scan your SeaPass card for the towels, and then if you don't return them, they charge you $25 per towel. So when you come back, you have to check them in. But anyway, so we finally got our towels and got off around 11. And I had done a lot of research before we went, and found the best places to go snorkeling. We bought snorkel masks just for this. And I had heard that even when there's 2 ships in port, it's fine. There's plenty of seating and whatever. So the first place you come to after you walk and you enter on the island is called Chill Island, and that's where the good snorkeling was supposed to be. And so that's where we headed. And then we get there, and well, there was another ship in port with us, and that was Independence of the Seas, which is also another really big ship. Not as big as Allure, but still big. So we had a lot of trouble finding seating. So it took us a while walking around trying to find a seat. We finally did, way in the back and whatever. So we were pretty tired by the time we just found our seat. And then we get our snorkel and mask and we go down there. In the water, there's hardly room to move around in the water. And it's so stirred up from all the people that you can't see anything to snorkel. Like, I put my mask on and looked in the water, and it's just, you can't even see your hand.
It was a mess.
Yeah, there was no snorkeling. And then there were rock, I don't know what you would call them, but formations of rocks, and some people had said to go out there to snorkel, and you couldn't see the bottom, and Randy cut his foot because we couldn't see under the water. So that was just, we're like, no, let's just get out. And so we got out, and if y'all hear that crackling noise, that is Summer playing with a little toy. Give me that. Give me that. We gotta be quiet right now. I'll give it back to her when we finish.
Then maybe try to find something to eat.
Yeah, we did find something to eat,
That
and
was just as bad as Windjammer.
yeah, the
food is off of Windjammer anyway, I think, but
yeah.
that
Now
wasn't good.
I've heard that there are some really good, like, chicken sandwiches and mozzarella sticks and funnel cakes, and there's some stuff that's supposed to be really good. We just didn't find it. We missed that somehow, but we went to Chill Grill, and I had a make your own tacos, and they were okay. And but Randy's Cuban and roast beef sandwich, he said they were not good. So anyway, we were disappointed with the food. So we decided after that we're gonna go to Oasis Lagoon, which is the massive swimming pool they have there. And we walk to it, and we get there, and it's closed. And I'm thinking that someone probably had an accident in the pool, and they had to close it to clean it and disinfect it and all of that. Because this was about 1:10 or something like that when we walked over there, and it was closed. And she said they were hoping to open in a little while. So that was disappointing, because we walked over there.
Be back on the ship at 5.
Yeah, and the pool was completely shut down. So
Part of the problem with that is, and I mentioned it, Honey Bun here. There's so many places on that island since they renovated it, added on to it, whatever you want to call it, that are paid excursions.
not excursions.
Well, whatever. I mean, you got to pay to get into them. Okay.
There's an adult.
Cost you money.
Yeah.
All right? A lot of people ain't gonna pay that, and that's why the free areas are so daggone packed.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I mean, you couldn't. I mean, you had to do excuse me, to get waist deep in the water. It was crazy, we didn't have a good time with it at all. I can tell you that.
Yeah. They have, it's called Hideaway Beach. That's the adults only area. You can pay extra and go to that. And then I think it's called,
Yeah, pay extra. Yeah.
I think it's called the Cocoa Club or something. I'm not sure. That's another exclusive area that you pay a lot extra to go to. And so there's so many, like he said, so many paid places and taken up, spots that the free spots are just overcrowded. So going on a day when 2 ships are going to be in port.
And that's every day.
So I would say, 1, get off the ship at 8 o'clock when they dock and say you can get off, and go straight there and go do your snorkeling and get your seats and all that. Don't wait like we did to 11.
or go back to the back of the island.
Walk a mile back to the back part of the island.
It's called South Beach. There's some other areas, but by the time we had been to Chill Island and that had gone awry and the food hadn't been good and the Oasis Lagoon was closed, we were just over it and didn't feel like walking back to South Beach or whatever to see if
All right, let's move on.
there was availability. So anyway,
Yeah,
we did not have a good experience with Perfect Day. The last thing is just the overall ship, what we thought about the ship.
well, that's my favorite ship. Still is. The ship. Now, it's a little disappointing. They've changed some things, which, granted, I haven't been on it since 2017, so you're going to have changes. But a lot of things I expected from the last cruise, they changed, so that was a little disappointing. Windjammer was the main thing. It really was. I mean, I loved that place. But that was a completely different experience from the last time. So, at a Samba, last time I was on Allure, I did the Samba. And that, I don't know, what I remember of it was a lot better than this past time. Of course, it was a lot cheaper back then too, you know. So.
Yep.
But the ship itself, I still love it. There's so much to do, so massive. I don't know. It's pretty.
Beautiful.
It is.
It's clean. It is going into dry dock. I believe sometime in February. It's going to get the amplification. They're going to add on water slides. The Ultimate Abyss, which is the dry slide. They're going to change some of the restaurants. So it's going to get a lot of changes and updating. But anyway, the one thing that I was kind of disappointed in, like I said, I had a little bit of sticker shock, was the pricing on things, like as far as t-shirts and souvenirs and things like that. I thought they were even higher to me than theme park prices, so that was a little disappointing. But
Yeah.
I did want to show our pictures that we got. I don't know if that's if y'all can see that. But we got 2 pictures and it was $50. They were $25 each. And that does not include digital copies either. It would have been more. So we just got these 2 8x10s. And anyway, yeah, $25 each. And no digital copies. But we had a lot of fun taking the pictures. And there were a ton that I wanted, like a ton that I wanted. So if you do think you're going to want a lot of pictures, get the photo package before you get on the ship because they're very pricey. So anyway, that was it. What do you give the cruise overall? How many palm trees? Including everything.
I'll give it an 8.
Me too. I think I would give it an 8 too.
We go back right now.
Yeah, I would go back tomorrow.
But we know a few things now that were different than what I expected anyway. Honeybun didn't know because you've never been on one, but...
Well, I hadn't been on the Allure. I've been on
Well,
cruises.
I'm in Allure, but
I
anyway.
haven't been on that, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's one reason we're doing this video, to kind of give you a heads up on some different things. And, you know, everybody's experience is different. But from what I was expecting from the last time to this time, I was a little disappointed. Not in the cruise itself, but I mean some of the stuff that I expected on the ship because of last time had changed and whatever. But having known now, knowing now, going back on it, it'd be a lot better cruise, I think.
Yeah, so that's why we want to do this.
We'd avoid 𝐶𝐘𝐒 altogether.
And no, I wouldn't.
I would.
And help you.
Have fun.
Like, don't skip the main dining room. The main dining room food is great. So go. You don't need you don't need to do any specialty dining unless you just really want to. But yeah, go to the main dining room. That's a big change we would do. And I would do 𝐓𝐘𝐒 differently. I would either go at like 8 a.m. or I would get off and head
I'd stay on the
straight
ship and go to the pool.
to the back. Yeah, you can do that too. But anyway,
But nobody's on the ship when you're at the
yeah,
island.
it would be a great time to do that. And especially when they bring it back with the new water slides and all that, that would be a great time. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you watched all of our cruise series and enjoyed it. We hope you learned some things. If you have questions, please reach out. I am a travel agent. I'd love to help you book your cruise. We'll put my email right here. But feel free just to email with me also with any questions you have about Allure of the Seas. We'll be glad to answer those for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We would love to have you in the Millers in Paradise family. And speaking of that, we are doing a giveaway. We're very close to 1,000 subs, so we're doing a giveaway of a $100 Visa gift card. Now you do have to be subscribed, and you need to go to the video that we made with that announcement. It's got us in a thumbnail holding a little white sign that says 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Go to that video and comment on that video that you are subscribed and that you want to be entered in the giveaway.
Watch and share the video first.
Yeah, yeah. Don't comment on this video that you want to win, because that's not going to count. You have to go to that one. Yeah, and so any help that you can give us as far as likes, comments, share the videos, click the notification bell, all of that. We're very close and close to doing that giveaway. But I guess we're going to wrap it up now.
Let the camera cool off. It's overheated.
Oopsie. All right, well.
Somebody's long-winded.
Yeah, we had a lot to talk about, though.
Somebody did.
Yeah. Anyway.
Even the dog's talking.
Yeah.
Hush.
We'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, paradise
It's a cruising state of mind.
Yes, it is. All right, let's get to planning. Let's book another one.
Book another one.
Another cruise.
Punta Cana.
That'll work too. Bye.
Bye.